Hello and welcome everyone to another StarCraft 2 England cast. Today I've got a game between FGSiphonn and everyone's favourite Protoss, WhiteRa. So WhiteRa is playing as the blue Protoss player in the bottom right position, and we have got Siphonn as the red Protoss player in the bottom left. So we are going to be having a PvP game. The map is Shakura's Plateau. Features of this map, as always, are quite a narrow entrance to the natural base, which means that it is quite easily defended. The ramp up to the main is a standard size, and I mean, you've got two options for your third base. You can either take it close by air, which is good for Protoss because you can warp in down there. You can keep your units quite bunched up quite nicely. Or you've got this one, which is slightly further away, and I mean, it is still quite close by ground, but it does give them more vertical splits. So it'll be interesting to see if either player does decide to do that. Now, both players fairly standard build so far, nothing crazy or wild going on, and I mean, to be honest, I would actually favour WhiteRa in this match just because he is just such a well-known player. He is a great guy, everyone likes him as well. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen someone say something negative about WhiteRa, and if anyone someone's now going to put something negative in the comment to this video, I just kind of know it, but still, the point is, WhiteRa is a great guy, and let's see if Siphonn can give him a run for his money, or possibly even win this game. So, a gateway coming down for both players, all very, very normal. WhiteRa fractionally ahead by about 5 seconds, I believe, so 5 seconds doesn't sound like much, but obviously when you're playing at this sort of level, every second counts, especially in the early game. Anything you do early on can make a massive amount of difference. Now, these two probes are possibly going to bump heads, or not quite, because Siphonn's actually going to go and scout the cross position first. WhiteRa getting the close by air position sorted down quickly. Both players are taking a gas down, and again, WhiteRa's gas is just a couple of seconds earlier. So, again, it's not a huge difference. Both players on pretty much equal probes. Siphonn is one probe ahead at the moment, so again, that's possibly where Siphonn's got slightly delayed on his gateway and stuff, but still absolutely fine. Both players basically playing identically, both getting their cybernetics core down at nearly identical times, so this is getting pretty damn close. And PvP, to be honest, any mirror matches like that, you can get just the same build being executed by two people, and it's whoever does it best wins. But obviously, at some point there is a divergence off of this normal build, and it'll be interesting to see who does it or who does what. I mean, straight away we have seen that Siphonn is getting his second gateway down now already, while meanwhile WhiteRa, he's just contentedly just going about this game. Actually, Siphonn taking that gas, so Siphonn stealing a gas there straight away. The first zealot is out now for WhiteRa, can go and defend that ram, make sure no pesky probes come in and steal gases again. Although, will WhiteRa need it? It does all depend. He is kind of boosting out that warp gate tech, as is Siphonn though. He's also getting that out super quickly. Meanwhile, these pylons are on the way, and I mean, this is all pretty even. It's only slight difference is that second gateway from Siphonn coming out slightly earlier, but WhiteRa is now getting 3 more gateways, so it's a 4 gate from WhiteRa, which is pretty standard for PvP. Meanwhile, Siphonn, he is just keeping chrono boosting, has got 2 gates out, which means he should be able to get another Stalker out slightly quicker than WhiteRa will, but WhiteRa already going out there with that Stalker, with that probe, has a Zealot and a probe there as well, so we're going to see some proxy pylons, and obviously WhiteRa now has the map control. But everything's been scouted by this probe up here, so Siphonn just moving down, it's going to get a couple of free shots off on that Zealot. Great pylon position just here means that he does actually have the ability to warp in on the high ground, and I mean, this is a dominant position for WhiteRa right now. With those 3 Stalkers for Siphonn, will be able to do a lot of damage, and that Zealot will go down straight away. 2 more gates on the way, and what else is coming down? Nothing really exciting as of yet, but here goes Siphonn just trying to take down WhiteRa's pylons. So WhiteRa is trying to get those pylons down in the base, which again, it's slightly unnecessary, and he did left this one finished quite surprisingly, but it has drawn the attention away, so he can warp in these Stalkers here without taking any damage. It is now 5 Stalkers against those 3. The warp gate tech only just being utilised by Siphonn at the moment, so obviously that slight delay could cause a lot of problems. And here we go, WhiteRa marching straight on in, picking off a couple of probes. That Zealot is going to go down as well. However, there's some good Stalker movement from both players here. And I mean, this is so close. It's really 5 Stalkers against 4 Stalkers. And I mean, Siphonn is now just getting his 5th Stalker out, but 3 Zealots are out now for WhiteRa. And this is a case of every unit does count. Some good picking off there, and a couple more probes will go down. If we take a look at the worker count, it is now 20 to 18, but it's still in favour of Siphonn. So Siphonn's got slightly better economy at the moment. but WhiteRa doing an incredible job of picking off these Stalkers. It's 3 Stalkers against 2, which always favours the greater number, but WhiteRa is going to get boxed in by these Zealots now, and that is not a position you want to be in. Another Zealot does two Stalkers go down, and that is not a great position. Siphonn is looking quite good here at the moment, but obviously WhiteRa has got these reinforcing Zealots coming in. 4 more are on the way, and I mean, this is just so close. WhiteRa doesn't actually have the Stalker count he needs, I don't think, to deal with this quite yet, but he is managing to plow his way through those Zealots, and I mean, it's just all the pressure of the Stalkers. A couple more probes are going down, and for the first time WhiteRa is 1 probe ahead. Obviously it might not sound like much, but when you're at less than 20 probes, 1 probe makes all the difference. And here we go, WhiteRa just doing some great stutter step with those Stalkers there, just trying to put them back, and a good force field there. Didn't quite block off the ramp completely, but it does just mean that those Stalkers can't get up. The Zealots can still move about, but the Stalkers can't get in, which means temporarily those 2 Stalkers for WhiteRa were held back. But that sentry is now down, and I mean, I think WhiteRa is now starting to pull ahead quite notably, actually, and that Zealot is going to go down insanely quickly with a bit of focus fire, and WhiteRa just moving around those Stalkers, preventing it from going down ever so well. Another warp in should be about ready for both players, but I mean, money is starting to get a problem here, because obviously they're just spending so much. WhiteRa does have the economy, and a couple more probes goes down, and if we look now, this is starting to really favour WhiteRa, and to be honest, I think he's got this. I mean, unless he makes a big mistake, he's just got the probe count down enough that his economy, if you take a look in the top right, you will see just how much better off economically WhiteRa is doing. Although a bit of a misstep there will allow him to pick off that Stalker, but it does mean one of his own goes down, and there is the GG. So a good little fun play there from both players, and I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please follow me on Twitter, and also, some of you may know, I am now casting a lot of content for GameReplays.org, so go and check them out. And I've got my own tab there under the video things. If you go to videos, all videos, and then events, you'll find me, so you can track all my stuff there as well. Brilliant, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to catch you again soon.